All right, so we're going to talk about how to sandwich your quilt layers together. This is nobody's favorite part of the process. I'll tell you that right now. Definitely not mine. And I have a link to a blog post that I did about how I sandwich the layers on a tabletop, which you can totally do. And I actually used to do that all the time, and I pinned the layers, which you can absolutely do, and I've got all of the information in that blog post, and I'll link to that. But in this video, I'm going to show you how I do them now. If I'm doing a quilt that's not a super huge quilt, so the one I'm making is a crib size quilt, this would definitely work for a smaller quilt. But I actually baste it on the wall, on my design wall, and I use 505 basting spray to temporarily hold the layers together. It works really well. I would suggest that you follow the instructions and you spray it outside and then bring it in. But I have already sprayed this. This is my pieced backing. This is actually extra wide backing, so it's 108 inches that I had, and I had to piece a little bit of it together. But you want your backing and your batting to be around 2 to 4 inches wider than your quilt front on all 4 sides. That is so that you have a little wiggle room for free motion quilting or shifting that can occur when you're quilting the layers together. So this is bigger than I need, and I will keep it this way, and then I'll trim it down to just be that 4 inches wide around the quilt once I have all the layers sandwiched together. So this is ready to go. I'm going to put my batting, which I've already cut as well. I've got this just pinned up here at the top with straight pins. I'm going to now pin this up. And this is really not rocket science. It's actually pretty easy. It seems to just make everything much more, the layers much smoother. They join much smoother. So I should also mention I've got the bottom pinned as well of the backing. So the backing layer, wrong side out. I forgot to mention that. You want the right side facing the wall. And now I am smoothing out the batting over the backing. And I just start from the top and work my way down, because it's really important to get this smooth, and it's another reason why I really like the spray adhesive, because it just sort of gets everything smooth. The batting nice and flat against the backing. Now you should spray the quilt back, the quilt top back, and put that on. So now we're going to take the quilt top and put it over these layers. I can kind of see the backing through the layers, so I'm just going to make sure, starting from the center top, that I have everything lined up. Get some pins. So once you've got the top lined up, if you've pressed this out really well, it should just smooth out really nicely without too much trouble. So here we have the 3 layers sandwiched together. Everything looks pretty straight. I may raise the entire top up a little bit, but essentially you want a little bit of your batting showing on all 4 sides. From here, everything, if you use the spray, everything's together. What I do is I take it to the ironing board and I press it. Pressing it just sort of gives everything a final smoothing out. I have good luck when I press the layers together. So that is my favorite way to baste quilt layers together.